Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another round of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's been a while since we've last been here, but we were heading into the Forest Temple last time around, and now we're heading into the temple itself. If as long as we can get past these Wolfos. These Wolfos are just as not really impressive as they were when we were kids and faced them, and they still don't like their tails getting whacked off. That came out wrong. Hello? It looks like up there we have a means of climbing these vines and getting up to this area. Now you want to get up here before you go through that front door, because if you go through that front door you're going to be lost for a very long time in there because you don't have the right key. What is that? Riddle me this. It looks like a big spidery. Alrighty. One little poke and... Yay! You destroyed a gold skulltula. No shit. I'm trying not to curse so much. And line myself up here so that I can accurately jump to that branch and made it. Almost and went off the other side, but at any rate, what's in here? Why, it's the reason we came up here. It's a small key. Gonna be looking for a lot of these in these dungeons. Come on. Oh no! Didn't mean to do that. Ouch! Well, that should have broken a whole bunch of bones, but it didn't, so let's just go inside. And now... oh, great. Hold on. That's one good thing about these skulltulas, is that you can shoot them down from high places while they're still up there, and no matter what side is facing you, they will go down, so you can take care of that little problem before it even begins. Well, this is interesting. What the... Ghosts! But not just any ghosts. These particular ghosts are going to be disappearing into different corners of the mansion, taking those flames with them. The flames, unfortunately, are what keep the elevator going. Exactly how this works, I'd have no idea. It's magic. Let's leave it at that. The fires on the torches are gone! Seems like the ghosts took them away. No duh. Righty, so we are going to head up to this door and get the skulltula who's hiding in the shadows. Oops. Well, that wasn't so bad. I do like the music that's in the Forest Temple. There's a whole bunch of remixes of this theme that... Frickin' skull bubbles! I hate bubbles. So, inside this door, there's nuts. Stalfos. Stalfos are big skeleton warriors, and these guys are a lot tougher than the Lizalfos we faced earlier. Oh, and they apparently are immune to Deku Nuts, but you have to wait for them to drop their guard and their shields before you can do any damage to them, by the way. Even powerful magical attacks that otherwise would utterly, decimate other enemies would do absolutely nothing to these guys. Oh hey, you can use Deku Nuts as long as their guard is down. But it's sort of useless because that would be time better spent attacking. And their sword swings deal a heck of a lot of damage. Ow. Well, that hurt. I'm gonna be honest, the Forest Temple has some of the hardest fights in the game, in my opinion, because it's the second part of the game where Link is an adult, has a much tougher opponents than the first part of the game, but you're still fairly weak because you're used to fighting the weaker enemies from the earlier part of the game, if that makes any sense. So what's in the box, George? I don't know, because I'm looking at the hinges. Yank! Link, I don't think you're supposed to open it there. Shut up, I know what I'm doing. And in here we find, ooh, a rupee and a fairy to replace the one that we just used. Empty bottle, sure. Let me out! Let me out! Help! Help! Did we ask that fairy if she could go in the bottle? I don't think so. So, open up the door, and let's get out of here. Oh great, I hate bubbles. I hate blue bubbles. I hate blue bubbles. Open up. Open sesame. and down the oobity goobity goobity. I was about to say ladder. It came out as stairs. It was the other way around. I am losing it. Need to get more sleep. Hey, isn't that the same design that's on the Door of Time? And yes, just like we did back in Dante's Tomb. I was going to say Dante's Tomb. But in Dante's Tomb, we used the Ocarina of Time and the Song of Time to get rid of those giant time blocks. You do the same thing here. Later on in the game, you'll find out that it doesn't actually get rid of the time blocks. It actually moves them to different places. Which makes you wonder exactly where these time blocks that were in the earlier parts of the game went. I just got hurt real bad by a big Deku Baba. That is pathetic. Hello, Octorok. Goodbye, Octorok. So, do you have any... You didn't drop shit. Now, I think there's something back here, but I could be wrong. Guess I'm wrong. Huh. Oh well, sorry about that. And over here is one of the more fun parts of the game. He said with great sarcasm. Now, you have to climb these vines. There are some Skullwalchulas on these vines. 2 of them you can hit just fine with hookshot. Ouch! And some of them you don't want to hit at all. Especially not with your face. That was smart. I am an idiot. The third one, you can't hit the third one with the hook shot, no matter how hard you aim. He's just a little bit too far away. So you have to climb past him and be real sneaky. Just a little bit. That was smart. There we go. Got my grip this time. Wait for him to turn. Wait and go. Get past it. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. No! I'm gonna get a promotion today! Okay. Let's try that again. Wait for it. Ooh. That's not good. Wait for it. Fortunately, the long distance vision is crap, so come on. No. Yes! Just made it. Alright, through the door. And we're doomed. Bye-bye! Blue bubbles are annoying. Have I mentioned that? And that thing was guarding not only a big treasure chest, but that door. Why did Ganondorf decide to put something that weak in charge of something that looks pretty important, judging by the fact that it's all shiny and glowy? We got the map! Wow, that was off-key. Alright, let's get out of here. Now wait a minute. This is where we came from. Yeah, the Forest Temple is a twisty-turvy temple that gets all turned around pretty easy. Stupid Deku Babas. Problem solved. Okay, problem number 2. Wait a minute, I don't even need to deal with him. I've got this hookshot target over here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get rid of him so he shuts up. And then I'm going to target that hookshot target because right underneath it there is a... My aim stinks today. Right underneath the hookshot target there is a switch. And if you hit the switch, it drains the well of the water in the courtyard so you can go down it. What lurks beneath the well? This is a big temple, it just occurred to me. Hey, I remember this angle. This is the angle that somebody I know on DeviantArt actually did a bit of fan art on. At any rate. I hear a spidery spoo. Well, apparently I can't do anything with the hook shot. Oh, I can. I just need to hit the head. Oops. Okay, I get Deku Sticks and get rid of this Joker. So, what's up here? Alrighty. Time to open the box. Oops. Okay, apparently I need to hit the other part of it. Did that Octorok just die over there? Like 5 minutes after I killed it? Oh. Come on, just a little bit. No. There we go. Alrighty, so walk closely around it because this area is kind of slippery and you can fall right off the edge if you're not careful. Recovery heart, well, that's something. What we're really up here for is... Now, where is he? Where are you, Mr. Spidery Spoo? Where are you?
Where the fuck are you?
Oh, there you are. Problem. Boing. Let's get the heck out of here. And what lurks inside the well? We shall find out in a moment. I'm sorry if you guys can see that Norton Internet Security is currently performing background tasks while your computer is idle. Please don't ask me why I use Norton. At any rate, down here we find that there is... bunch of hearts. And at the very end, we find a treasure chest. What's in the box, George? Another key. So we go up these bricks. I have a question. Are these bricks supposed to be made of mud or blood? Because if it's the former, then this place really needs a scrubbing down, and if it's the latter, then it definitely needs a good scrubbing down, and possibly an exorcism. So what's over here? Why, it appears that the walls are covered in mold and fungus and other stuff that's going to give us some really awful allergy attacks once we leave, but that's not important. What is important is that we can get out of the well now, and we don't need to deal with this sucker anymore. Screw you, I'm just going to leave you to bleed to death. Okay, and what's over here? Well, that's the door we came in. Alrighty. Now that we've got 3 small keys, we can tackle the Forest Temple proper. Actually, I feel like looking around a bit here. As a matter of fact, why don't we cut this part short right here? I'll see you folks next time for the next part of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, when we get to the real meat of the Forest Temple. That should be interesting. I'll see you then.